We are repotting some houseplants today. So this plant is going to explode because of what I've done here. We're super excited. Yay. It's like our first time doing some serious garage sales in a while, in a long while.
This is really pretty.
She found all the vintage decor that we were looking for all morning. That is so nice. When trauma hits you, it's an opportunity for new growth. I don't know. It's kind of cute. That was a nice find. But right before I came down here, tragedy was bestowed upon this plant. Heavy. Come on. But it is pretty. We are repotting some houseplants today. Some of them need bigger pots. Some of them are staying in the same pot. They just need fresh soil. We have some propagations that need to be planted into soil from the water that they were in for a while. I'm very excited to do this. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. Just kind of getting my houseplants, you know, all tipped up because some of them really need help. Got my water because it's supposed to be like 80 degrees today, so it's gonna be really hot. I'm doing this in the morning to hopefully I shouldn't be too long. There aren't really that many plants. I thought I had a lot more repotting to do. But right before I came down here, tragedy was bestowed upon this plant. I was just carrying my plants downstairs and I just broke one of my favorite planters. I'm so bummed out. So in the fall, it suffered some breakage. Two of the leaves broke, which is really sad. One of the leaves that broke had suffered damage before, so that wasn't like half bad that its damaged leaf got broken off. But this was like a perfectly good leaf that is no longer with us. And the pot is all split now, and that was seriously one of my favorite planters. We are going garage sailing tomorrow, though. So I'm hoping maybe I find some planters while we're out, but that was like a huge loss. So maybe I'll just start with this one since it's been through so much, you know. Just gonna cut off the two leaves that were broken. So sad. Gently take it out of its pot. The plan was just to plant this one a little bit more upright because it was totally crooked in its pot. All right, it looks a little better, sitting a little bit more upright in its plant or in its pot. Can't even tell where those other leaves broke off. So this one gets another shot at growing nice and big. When trauma hits you, it's an opportunity for new growth. I don't know. Inspirational quotes while planting. Okay, so next is this one. This one is a very slow grower. So I actually recently trimmed, it had one, this is Apotheos Plant, so they vine, and I trimmed the longest vine so that I could make this plant a little bushier. Pothos like being crowded, their roots to be crowded, so they kind of like a smaller pot, and this pot is really big. So I'm not only gonna add these leaves to this to kind of make it fuller, but I'm also gonna put it in a smaller pot, this pot. So I'm just downgrading it ever so slightly, not a lot at all. But I don't know if you can see this. I highly recommend putting plant food in your propagation water because it will sprout leaves while it's still in the water. Before I ever did that, my propagations would only sprout roots while in water. But then I was like, I could add a little plant food to this. It'll grow roots faster or something. They're a little stuck in there, so I have to be very gentle about this. But then I started noticing that like anytime I added plant food, they would grow little baby leaves too. So it's already growing nice and big and strong before you even planting it in soil. Just doing this one leaf at a time because my heart can't handle any more damage today. Look at that little baby leaf. Can you see that? Already grew a baby leaf. And it's okay to put that in the soil now because it'll grow up through the soil. It's okay to bury like the little very baby leaf. I did break a leaf. It's okay. Look at that one, growing a ton of stuff at the roots. Literally almost every single root also grew additional leaves. So this plant is going to explode because of what I've done here. So as you can see, it looks much fuller now. I think this plant is going to be a lot happier, and I'm expecting a lot of those new baby leaves to push up through the soil. I'm going to wet this really well at the end, and it still kind of works in this original planter I had it in. I could probably take this out. It still works in this planter. I love putting nursery pots inside of cache pots. That's just how I prefer to do all of my houseplants. I think it just makes it a lot easier to water them. So next, I'm actually going to be combining two plants. I'm not 1000% sure you can do this, but I think it's okay. I've had this plant, and this plant is sentimental to me. And it was doing really well for a very long time. I went on vacation in 2019 for like 2 weeks, and I came back and it had lost all the leaves like down here, and it's an extremely slow grower. So I just bought another like baby version of it, and I'm gonna combine them and pretend that none of that ever happened. So this little guy was root bound, so it's good that it's getting a bigger pot anyway. Loosen that a little bit so it knows it's got some room to spread out. Just very gently. Don't want to damage the roots. I have gloves right here, but I'm just like not using them. I never use gloves. This is how this one turned out. So clearly you can kind of tell that I just merged two plants. But maybe after this one gets like a little bit taller, I'll be brave enough to like trim these back because they are just such slow growers. I'm pretty sure you can trim them back and they'll regrow, but they grow so slow that I would feel bad doing that. So I'm just gonna give it some time for these to kind of get bigger now that they're in a bigger pot, and I'm giving them plant food, which is really helping all of my plants grow so much bigger. So this one's gonna look a little goofy, but I think it looks better than it did before, right? What am I planting this in? Oh yeah, I'm planting it in this. Okay. This aloe plant is also a little sentimental to me. I got it as a souvenir from a trip to the zoo that my husband and I went on when we went on our 1-year wedding anniversary trip. So it's actually gotten really big since I bought it at the zoo. This like really big piece of aloe kind of shot up, and it's just getting a bigger pot today. This is my only houseplant that I have planted in this kind of like pot and saucer system. I don't love this system because when I water my plants, I always like it always overflows whatever little saucer it's sitting in. Except for I'm okay with that with this plant because I give this plant such a little water at a time that it shouldn't really overflow or anything. So it's safe in this case, but most cases I do a little pot inside of a bigger pot. Okay, next, this one's getting fresh soil. I'm planting these propagations, which are just ivy propagations. They grew roots, planting that in soil. These propagations I'm combining with this and just planting a little bit better. It's like not sitting deep enough in that pot. And I think that's what's left. I'm just breaking these up and mixing them with these other propagations because there are, I think, 2 different types of pothos here. There's regular golden pothos, which is just an all green leaf. That's golden pothos. And then this is marble queen pothos that has a little variegation. Oops, spilled my soil. I'm clearly a messy plant potter. think that's a kind of nice mix. And then it's gonna live in this planter. This plant also just needed to be like a little bit deeper in its pot, so I'm hoping I'm achieving that. This is a ficus. And it goes in this cute little planter that I got off of Amazon. My hands are filthy. This is kind of a goofy small pot for this ivy, but it's kind of cute, don't you think? That's just like draping over the top of a shelf or something. It's kind of cute. My plants are looking so good. I'm gonna go put these back in their homes. Excuse me, sir? Please. No yelling. We are filming over here. I think that's a bird. It's mad at me for being here in his domain. I'm gonna go stick these back where they are, and yeah, I hope to find some planters, this kind of thing. Not planters, cash pots, when I go garage sailing tomorrow, so that I need something to put this guy in, because now it's in an ugly pot that's not gonna work with this. So we will see what we can find tomorrow. Before we head off to garage sales, I just wanted to mention really quick that in our last vlog, I talked about sharing the grand reveal of our guest bedroom makeover in an upcoming video, but it turns out that the timing didn't work out for me to get a video filmed before we received a extended stay guest. So my uncle is just moved back from South Africa to the US. He has lived in the US before, and we are super happy to have him. So he's occupying that room right now, but it did turn out really nice. We did finish it right before he came, but yeah, there wasn't enough time to really film in there. So I just got a couple clips, but I will show it to you, in depth one day, and we could do a video, but I don't know when that'll be. But anyway, let's head to the garage sales. So my mom and I are off to some garage sales this morning. We're super excited.
Yay.
It's like our first time doing some serious garage sales in a long while, and we're not looking for anything in particular. One thing on my list is kind of planters of like a smaller size.
Yeah. One that you threw down the
Yeah.
stairs yesterday
Yeah.
needs to be replaced.
Yeah, so sad. And then also, I just kind of look at it as something that I cannot live without.
Yes.
And then you have to be honest with yourself.
It often just jumps at you. You don't expect it, but
Yeah, but we're
you
not
see
just
it.
taking any old thing. We're taking true gems.
True gems.
So we'll see what we can find. Little guy for a plant. You like that, Mom, with a basket? Like a basket weave?
Wow.
It's beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Really,
It's a
really
unique
beautiful
one.
antique slip. Look at all the texture on that. Really lovely for the front porch. Hello.
Hi.
Haven't found anything yet, but we're in a really pretty chill neighborhood, so it's really relaxing. Look at that boot cleaner.
Yeah, that's a nice vintage one.
Little bench. I'm looking for a shoe rack, but it only has one shelf. Cutie little bowls, diner bowls. Look at these decanters, Mom. Are those cute? There's two of them. Two decanters. Kind of pretty. So far we've been to what? Like 4 garage sales?
4.
Nothing so far, which is a huge bummer.
Some stuff we would have grabbed if we still had the shop, but
Yeah, maybe.
the furniture, we're not into that so much anymore.
Yeah, I like those decanters, but like I don't have a good enough reason to like have brought them home, and they didn't look super clean on the inside, and it wasn't a guarantee I could have really gotten them like clean.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep going. We'll see what we can find. There's a whole nother like community town-wide garage sale to go to, so we're gonna keep trucking. It's a cutie little house. There's the garage sale. We're going to this one next. See if they have anything good. This is kind of cute. Maybe without these little guys. That's kind of cute.
It's cute.
Or you can even do like utensils in there or something.
Yeah.
I doubt. These are really cute, but I doubt those would fit over my hand. Another kind of guy like that. It's not too bad. Basket here. So far, we only have 2 purchases, 1 each. They're not even home decor. Well, I guess yours is.
I got a Yankee Candle, but lavender, of course, $1.
For $1.
$1.
$1. And so, yeah, it's just a little bit of a dud, but we'll see. You never know what we could still find.
Furthermore,
But we're having fun.
We are sweating because our car's
So hot.
AC is out.
Yeah, the
What
AC is
happened?
not working. This is really pretty. It's a nice bowl for $2. Brass cutting. Now we're talking puzzles. I have so many though that I haven't built yet. Like so many. None of these are like can't live without. But I mean they're only $1. It is like over a week later because I was recovering a little bit from a concussion, but I wanted to share with you what we ended up getting at the garage sales. So we definitely went for more decor type items and we're kind of disappointed with what we found, but we did come home with some stuff that I wasn't expecting or like I wasn't looking for it, but it was just cute. So I ended up getting this bag. This is like such a pretty shade of pink to me. I really like pink, but it's gotta be a very specific shade for me to be into it. I actually have a water bottle that's like this exact same shade. So I really liked that. And the bag is like super clean and like hardly used. There's no like stains or anything. It was just like in really great condition. So I'm gonna use this as like a cosmetics and toiletry bag for when I travel, because I do have a travel bag, but it pretty much only fits my clothes, and then I haul all of my like toiletry bags and makeup and stuff in just like a big home goods bag. So I will stick them in here from now on, which I'm super happy with. This it was like $3, so can't beat that. Then I ended up getting this really cute, this is a Christmas ornament of a little chapel. It just reminded me so much of the little chapel where my husband and I got married. It looks like almost identical to this. It has a little thing in the back here. I think you could stick one of your Christmas lights in it and it'll light up. So I just kind of thought that was darling. It was like 50 cents. And then I got this. This was also 50 cents and it's just like a gold hook. For, you know, you could put it on the back of a door or something like that. So I'll find useful use for that. 50 cents for a cute gold hook. And then this is what my mom ended up getting. Just kidding. Just totally knocked over the camera. Sorry about that. She got one of these things that you can hang in a closet. Except for it's got like huge, 2 really big cubbies at the bottom. And then like smaller ones here. So we kind of thought that this would be helpful in the guest bedroom to put like sheets and extra bedding and stuff in, kind of organize it that way. She also got this really great salad bowl. This was like $2. It's from IKEA. no tips, no chips in it or anything. So that was a nice find. And then she also found this. Her favorite scent ever is lavender. And this is dried lavender and oak, a Yankee Candle. It smells so good. It was $1. Did I say that? Aren't Yankee Candles like kind of low-key expensive sometimes? And then, so that's all we found together. And then I had a birthday party to get to. So my mom dropped me off and then saw another garage sale on the way home. And then she found all the vintage decor that we were looking for all morning and did not find. So she found this cutie, which I just love the shape of that. I mean, we have so many vintage brass candlesticks. Oh, that's really interesting. I just noticed this. It's got a little push thing on the bottom and it'll push up your empty candle because sometimes they burn so low it's like hard to get that out. That is so nice. None of my other brass candlesticks have something like that. Candlestick holders. Like I said, I have a lot of these, but I love the square base on this one. A lot of mine are more like round and turned at the bottom. So that was really nice. I'm not sure how much these next items were because my mom was the one who got them and I was not there. This is a snufter, which is pretty cool. I already have a pretty cool snufter, so I'm wondering if my mom will maybe keep this one. But if not, I mean, if she doesn't want it, I will take it. Like, look at the handle on that thing. I just thought that was kind of cool. This little twirly guy at the top has something to do with like, there's like a wick here that you can light and then you can use that to light all of your candles. I mean, I don't know if that's like usable, but this part is definitely usable to snuff them. And then she got this really great wooden bowl, pretty standard. Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say. It's a nice wooden bowl. These are so useful for so many things. You could serve snacks and stuff in these, or you could just use it as like a catch-all bowl in your entryway or something like that. And then this I thought was a pretty cool find. I love little stools like this for like in the bathroom next to a bathtub or something like that. This one's leather, so I feel like the bathroom is probably not the best place for it. But it would still be cute, like next to like an armchair or something. You could put your feet up. Yeah, just thought that was a little cutie. I don't know where we're gonna use it. I'm just gonna stick it over in the corner of my living room for now. But I thought that guy was pretty cute as well. It was super fun going to garage sales again. I'm looking forward to doing that a ton more times this summer, and I'll take you along as well. Hopefully you enjoy the hunt at a garage sale and seeing what we end up buying. But yeah, thank you for coming along and hanging out with us today. And yeah, just hope you have a good week.